Hey everybody, we're doing something a little different this time. We're calling it What the Fuck Roundtable. It's a reoccurring series where a panel gets together to talk about comedy movies, have lighthearted debates about where we're at in the world that's gone a little bit nuts, and dive into whatever topics we find interesting without ever losing the comedy edge. No scripts, no PR-approved answers, just a few drinks and an honest conversation about where comedy has been and where it's headed. So grab a beer, pull up a chair, and join us for another episode of Comedians in Bars Getting Sloppy. Here's your host, Cassie Burns.
Welcome back, everybody. Comedians in Bars Getting Sloppy. I'm your host, Cassie Burns. We are doing a new thing called What the Fuck Roundtable. Still the same format as far as the shots go, though. So here we go, guys. Little shot time for the sloppy. Here's to finding out who Lassie is and what that's all about.
Cilantro.
I don't want to hear any shit about the fact I got to do a line with a tequila. I haven't moved past the salt. All right, so we are going to cover two movies from the 80s that people feel is a little problematic. I don't. I find them fucking funny as hell. We're going to cover Revenge of the Nerds and Porky. So the first one we're going to cover is Revenge of the Nerds. It came out in 1984. I was between 3 and 4 years old. Kyle, you want to give your age on that one?
I was 18.
Cassie and I are in the same boat on that one.
No, there we go.
Yep.
So their tagline is, they've been laughed at, picked on, and put down, but now it's time for the odd to get even. Their time has come. This movie spawned 3 sequels, Revenge of the Nerds, 2 Nerds in Paradise. I did see Nerds in Paradise. That actually had the guy from Big Trouble in Little China in it, too. Is the
Kurt
one that,
Russell?
Yeah.
No,
The other one.
Who
the
else
other one.
was in it?
I would have loved that.
Jack
the one
Burton
that-
was in Revenge of the Nerds 3?
That would have been a step down in his career, too. Jesus Christ. So that one had, I should have pulled that guy's name, but we can do that later. And the lovely gentleman that was in Big Trouble in Little China taught Booger how to burp very well.
Oh, yeah. Fucking,
Oh, what was his name in that shit?
I can't think of his name. He was in a bunch of shit. He's been
Oh,
in
yeah.
Indiana Jones, too.
Yeah, he's been in a
He's been in
ton
a bunch
of
of
stuff.
stuff.
Short Round?
It
No,
wasn't Short
It's
Round.
an old dude. It's an old dude.
Old.
Chinese
He's
dude.
been old since he was
He
born.
was in Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. I saw it.
Yeah, he's like one of those people like Clint Eastwood has always been old. But, yeah, he was, in Indiana Jones. Been in a bunch of stuff. But, yeah, there's the sensei.
The other one
Teach
was
me, master.
the other one was Nerds in Love. I did not
I've
see
never
that
heard of
one.
that one.
I'm actually
It
really good.
Sounds terrible. I think I'm good on not seeing that one.
So I tried to find this on streaming, and it is not available anywhere. Have you guys been able to find that?
I hadn't looked for it.
I lucked out because a friend of mine happens to, yo-ho, and pirating and whatnot, then happened to have a copy laying around.
Well, that's a fucking pleasure. I had a YouTube clips of it. Just little tiny clips, and then it went to commercials and little tiny clips. And
But yeah,
commercials.
that was my Friday night, was sitting around watching Revenge of the Nerds, and eating chili dogs.
We live adventurous lives. We really do. So this one's directed by Jeff Canoe. He also did Troop Beverly Hills, and I couldn't find anything else that was of note. Yeah. Actually, with both the movies we were doing, only a couple of them came out having alive careers. So with this one, it had a really good cast, though. I always completely forget that John Goodman is in it.
Yeah, that
Isn't he the
that
coach?
kind of threw me.
Doesn't he
He's the
play the
coach.
He's the
Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
absolutely. And of course,
Yeah.
I'm used to John Goodman now. Righteous Gemstones, Roseanne, like all the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the contemporary stuff that he's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, and then
And a big
that
Dan.
guy doesn't have any. I don't know. He looks a little young to me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, 1984.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
young.
so-
He was young.
Yeah, didn't
did-
look like John Goodman, but it's John.
He looked like a coach too.
He did look like a coach.
He really lapsed
Down those little
onto-
short, tight
Oh,
shorts
yeah.
and everything. Yeah,
That was
man.
the
And the
80s.
ball cap and the windbreaker.
Yep.
He gravitated a lot more towards the 90s with the Coen brothers, too.
That too, yep.
That definitely kept the career going in a different direction to being more of a character actor, too.
Absolutely.
Because he did, Big Lebowski, he's
Yeah.
huge in. He has a bit part in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, yeah.
And he kills the
Big
frog.
Dan, Big Dan.
He killed the frog.
What you gonna do with that stick there, Big Dan?
But I always forget. I really do. Every time, even when I've seen Revenge of the Nerds numerous times, and when I saw it again today, I'm like, shit, that's John Goodman. I always forget. John Goodman's in it. Prominent role, but damn, you don't ever remember.
Let's not forget Anthony Edwards either. Goose.
Oh yeah.
Anthony Edwards is the next one. Yeah. So this was his.
Went on and did some other stuff after it.
So he actually had one of the better careers out of it.
Yeah.
It's he did Revenge of the Nerds, but before that he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yep.
Ooh, I forgot he was in that.
Yep. He's his name in it is Stoner Bud.
Yeah, he hangs out with Spicoli in the van.
Mm-hmm. No shirts, no shoes,
no
dice.
Learn it, know it, live it.
That is a movie we will have to cover at another time.
That is a seminal 80s movie.
From what I understand, the video stores had to order numerous copies of it due to the fact that it was worn out in one section with the Phoebe Cates.
Oh yeah, the whole
red bikini.
The pool sequence.
Kept having to rewind it, and it wore out the tape so bad.
Did you know that when
it was always out when I went to the video store? I'd never seen it before.
When she walks into the bathroom on Brad and that, her reaction. That was one of those things that wasn't in the script for him because the director had Brad holding a big dildo in his lap. So when she opened the door, her reaction was just like, what the? And then they cut it. But it was like she wanted to get that like no shit reaction. So nobody knew that was about to happen until it happened. So
Fuck.
Just one of those little Easter eggs.
You'd have loved to have seen that like on a blooper reel or something, but I don't think I've ever been able to
see
find
the outtake.
that. Oh, yeah.
The outtakes. Some of the outtakes of those movies have got to be hilarious.
Especially if her going back, what the fuck was that?
He was like, what the hell? And then busting out laughing. And it's like, I was not expecting to see Brad holding this giant purple dildo.
Not at all. He doesn't look like the type that, but okay.
I knew I was supposed to open the door and look disgusted, but I was like, what the hell? I would have busted. I don't know how many takes I had to do because I would have busted out laughing.
I couldn't have done it, no, huh? I would have just stood there like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Okay. Got it. Next take. Yeah, we're good. So, yeah, he went on, after Fast Times, he did Revenge of the Nerds, but then got Goose.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, your cool factor just went like Stoner Bud, Gilbert Dork.
Inverted.
Fucking Goose.
4G inverted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I saw it. I was there.
I have Polaroids.
Gave the signal. Oh, sorry.
I have Polaroids. You want to see them?
No, I love Top Gun. I would love to have heard Crazy Tom Cruise. Was he crazy at that point, though?
I don't think anybody knew he was crazy.
That's
at that
where
point.
he got a teeth fix, too.
I don't think he got into Scientology yet at that point.
I'm not sure either. I think he was still married to Mimi Rogers at that point.
Yeah. Or he might not have even been married yet, but it was definitely way before Nicole Kidman came on.
I mean, it was right behind Revenge of the Nerds. We're like, what? Top Gun was
87.
Yeah, I think that was like 86, and then
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was 86.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're talking about filming it and everything. He probably came right off Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah, you know how those projects drag out,
do the training and all that on it.
Right.
They drag stuff out too for all the movies. Yeah, we see them hour and a half to 3 hours depending on what it is, but it takes them months sometimes, or even longer to put them together with production.
Oh yeah.
So
no, I don't understand.
It might sit in the can for a while too, while the studio's debating when they want to turn it loose.
No, that's actually a good thing too, as far as you see that now more with it's called the Norbit effect. Mm-hmm. So Eddie Murphy was up for the Oscar for Dreamgirls.
Right, and then
Sony, I think it's Sony, but I'll don't chastise me if I don't get it fucking right. They released Norbit in the middle of
during the voting,
the Oscar
and everybody
Oscar
looks at him
and it just completely shot his
And his face when he didn't win, it was like,
yeah. I was like, hey, I'm happy I'm making money off this movie, although Norbert kind of is not one that he's really going to... It's not one he's really going to look back on and be like, damn, I'm so glad I did that. But
who was eating the turkey ass?
But, yeah, like you said, it like... Suddenly the voting committee starts looking at him in a completely different light. Instead of looking at that role objectively and just that role, they're looking at the catalog and they're like,
you just came out with this piece of shit. We're not really comfortable with giving you the
You'll just put your
this is your number, your 1-2 punch? Really?
You'll just put your name on anything.
So he lost out to Alan Arkin for Little Miss Sunshine on that one. He'd won.
Little Miss Sunshine was a good flick.
It was. It really was. But he had won the other awards, like quite a few. I'd have to look back up as far as like if Alan Arkin won a bunch of them, but it was up for Eddie Murphy winning that. Yeah. But it's now called the Norbit
Little Miss Sunshine kind of makes me think of like Happy in Texas or Happy Texas, whatever.
Oh yeah,
with William H. Macy and all that, because that's kind of looking at his career now, it's not such a wild role, but at the time, it was like, oh, this is a kind of a strange pick.
Well, he also went on to do ER after Top Gun. So ER was he ran for...
They made bank on that.
Yeah.
There was that other guy in the show, too. He got real big.
Noah Wiley.
Oh, yeah.
So and George Clooney.
Yeah. George Clooney.
Oh, that's the guy.
That one, that one,
yeah. Juliana Margulies.
Mm-hmm. Juliana Margulies went on with The Good Wife and very great role in The Sopranos. George Clooney. We all know his, and we'll
I hear he's doing well.
He's okay.
He's going to get by.
He's not going to do Batman again without being stoned to death. But
well, I mean, you put nipples on a bat suit, everybody decides.
Well, that was Val Kilmer's first one too.
Yeah, I mean, Val Kilmer was.
He had the nipples.
He was the bat nipple pioneer.
That was Joel Schumacher took over from.
I mean, that's what he's known for, like Doc Holliday and nipples.
And nipples.
Yeah.
Well, he was Iceman.
Let's not forget that.
Oh, and it
always comes back to Top Gun.
We're 6 degrees of Top Gun right now.
Yep. Revenge of the Nerds has turned into Tom Cruise and Top Gun.
I remember when ER came out, too. His death scene, Dr. Green's scene, that was the first time anybody had ever cursed on a network show. They allowed him to say shit.
Did not know
when
that.
He was dying. So at that time, I think it was like in, probably...
See, I thought South Park were the first ones to do it, but I guess
that was more a little bit cable. This was NBC.
That's Fox.
And
well, I mean, but of course, the first time South Park did it, they said shit like 154 times.
But basically, him saying shit on public
network prime time
was the equivalent of people going, "Did you guys know that Halle Berry's topless and Swordfish?"
Yeah, that's kind of like the.
And then when she got topless, we're like,
"Wait, what?"
I knew about this.
What movie?
Swordfish.
I just want to know so I can avoid it. I don't like that kind of thing.
What the fuck are we doing here then?
He also read Playboy for the articles and watches porn for the music.
The editing I hear in some of them are very nice.
Yes, the storylines. I'm in it for the storyline.
Oh yeah. So he did that. He did Zodiac. He's done quite a few things. We also had Robert Carradine. He played Lewis. He passed this year, but he really never stopped working. A lot of them we didn't know, but he did. He was Lizzie McGuire's dad.
Huh.
So Hillary
did not know that.
Hillary Duff. I'm too old to have watched Lizzie McGuire, but he played the dad the entire time. And also, when he passed, unfortunately, I had no idea he was related
to David Carradine.
To David and Keith Carradine, and that Martha Plimpton, Goonies, and all the good stuff. That's his niece.
Did not know she was his niece. I knew he was related to David Carradine, who died of autoasphyxia.
Robert.
So what you're telling me is they're Hollywood royalty.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Barrymores.
Yeah, it was along those lines, but also just kind of tragic as shit. Because you got Keith Carradine and Robert.
A bunch of Nepo babies. Getting roles,
I do.
Stealing roles from real actors.
I mean, at least Nicolas Cage tried to make it on his own and not let everybody know he's related to Francis Ford.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did do one role he's credited as a Coppola, and I think that's in Platoon. And then after that, everything he did, he just did as Nicolas Cage.
He was actually also in Fast Times. He wanted the role of Spicoli.
Yeah, he read for that, but he ended up being one of the flunkies. But he was. He's
just in the background,
Love at First Bite, Valley Girl.
He's
actually in Platoon.
The movie he did with his uncle, though, is Peggy Sue Got Married. I don't know if y'all ever saw that.
Yep.
That voice he did in that was just like, this is a perfect movie, but Christ, you have killed it for me. Because he's just like...
Is it like Keanu Reeves' British accent from Bram Stoker's
It's that
level?
cringy.
Oh,
okay. It's that
I
cringy.
forgot about him being in that. I would think of Point Break, and I'm like, what? Why is
I'm an FBI.
Why is Ted in Point Break as an FBI agent?
He was good at it, though. I actually really enjoyed it.
I'm not hating. He did a really good job, but it was just like, wow, that's in my mind. You'll always be Ted. What the hell? And then of course now John Wick, but back in the day he was Ted. It was like excellent.
I loved him in the sequel too. Although that sequel's awful, but he had the hair, and I'm like. That's my libido for you. Next one up is Ted McGinley. So he went on. He was the Stan.
Oh, okay, the Alpha Beta.
Yeah, Alpha Beta.
Yep.
And he went on to have a really freaking great career.
I mean, married with children. Yeah, exactly.
But he's also.
Oh shit! I totally forgot he was
he
in
took
Married
over
with
for
Children.
Steve.
Yeah, when Steve left, he was Marcy's husband.
Yep.
And then now he's like making bank with Bill. Oh God, I'm not even gonna say his name. With Shrinking, with Harrison Ford, and
I have not seen that.
It is amazing. It's on Apple TV.
That's been a
I
moment.
don't
I
have
didn't realize
Apple
he was
TV.
in that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's funny as hell too in it. But he's not background, but he kind of is. He's not like, I've been in all these 80s movies and I've, been married and children. And he's not like, peacocking in any way. He is.
I don't want any brown M&Ms in my green room.
Yes. There's a lot of codicils on my contract. Have you read it?
So unfortunately, there is a little bit of a dark horse on that one, and that would be Timothy Busfield, who played Poindexter.
Oh, yeah.
So Poindexter, Timothy Busfield, actually had an amazing career going. Won an Emmy for a couple of things. He's been nominated, but he is now accused of child abuse.
Yeah.
Was married to married to the president of SAG, and I'm gonna probably get a few of these things wrong. Don't fucking email me. I've had a few drinks, but yeah. The next time I ever saw Timothy Busfield was in Field of Dreams.
Yep.
And he was the brother that pushed the little girl off the
bleachers.
Off the bleachers. I didn't push her, like shook her, and then the ghost comes out.
I don't know. I've seen it.
Did not even catch that he was in that.
He did kind of. He was like. Bleh.
It was like a shake and push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a throw, really.
So that's one of my cry movies. You guys got a cry movie?
A what?
Like a movie that you're like, okay, that brings tears. Because mine on that
Nothing
one
really
was,
comes to mind.
No.
Hey, Dad,
We're
do you want to
dudes.
have a catch? Now, I've heard that one gets the guys, though.
No.
Which one?
Field of Dreams.
No.
At the end, where he finds out that the ghost, if you build it, they will come. That's his father, and spoiler alert. And, it's, hey, Dad, it's Kevin Costner's
I don't
voice
have
cracks.
that. I don't have that connection to baseball. Like I
Yeah,
love
me
watching
either.
baseball, but I've never played it. Didn't have that connection with my dad as far as baseball. So I'm not much of an athlete, more of an athletic supporter, if you will.
Nice.
Nice to be a jock.
Yeah.
Strap.
Yeah.
All right, so best scenes on Revenge of the Nerds. What are we going with? What is the one that sticks out to you?
Well, the whole when they get the cameras into the sorority.
The running around with the sorority house.
Yeah.
So that was actually shot in a dilapidated house that was rat infested.
Nice.
And they just made up that hall to be like really nice and ran around putting the cameras up. What do you think was a good scene out of that one?
I like the end. Like it not my overall feeling for the movie is kind of like Revenge of the Nerds had to walk so other movies could crawl, and like the big bomb, like with them joining the
Lambda, and
but the like a talent show thing or whatever at
Yeah.
the end, and they did the whole
Oh, yeah.
electronic
And
performance and
they're all
everything,
dancing and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty
and they
cool.
win, like
The end of it. At the,
it's like
the
it's
pep
such a
rally.
tropey thing, but I was like, this is the
Right.
first time that happened, and it just watching the movie like, yeah, good for them.
The
you know?
field
Yeah.
field day events were fun too. When they made the special javelin for Lamar with his
Yeah,
licorice
yeah,
and
yeah,
throwing
yeah.
style.
So the field day thing, actually, I do have a little thing with that one. It was, let's see here. So according to Brian Tachi, that played out. When they shot the tricycle race, he was given a choice of real beer or cans of soda to make it look like real beer. He chose real beer, and with all the retakes and alternative angles, by the time that they had finished shooting the scene, he was actually quite drunk.
Nice.
And some of the shots of him being awkward on the bike were not acted.
Not acting.
That
That
was
straight up.
That was true.
That's method acting.
So sort of a Wade Boggs situation, if you will.
Fuck you, Daniel Day-Lewis. Have you ever done that shit?
Yeah, who's method now, bitch?
All right, so I love the meeting of the nerds when they all come together and like Lamar Luttrell. He had a few different things that had happened with him with Lamar Luttrell, and that actually went towards a stereotype that he didn't like. Then he had to pick other different roles that were more masculine because everybody thought he was gay.
He didn't want to get typecast.
Yeah. And that was a huge thing with the 80s. You don't see that as much now as far as typecasting. You saw that more with, the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Actually, I'm going to go back further, 40s, 50s.
Oh, yeah.
With the kids actors that never got
Yeah,
out
they just trapped in that kind of a thing, and they
got caught in a loop.
They try, and they
this
just,
is your role.
no, this is who you are.
Yeah.
You'll always be that,
And there's so few that got out of it. Jodie Foster being one of them that did get out of.
I mean, they kind of made a play with that back in the cast of Saturday Night Live. It was before your time when Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live, and Ron Howard was on there as like the guest host one night. And Eddie Murphy's like interviewing him as this character, and he keeps calling him Opie Cunningham. And he's like, no, I've gone on. I've had a career. I've moved into. I've done other movies. I was in American Graffiti. I'm starting to direct. He goes, Opie Cunningham. He just keeps shouting him out, and talking about the whole
I don't know how I've never seen that.
He gets the
I
audience.
haven't either. We're gonna have to.
He gets the audience going, chanting, Opie Cunningham, Opie Cunningham, and then Ron Howard's all acting like he's upset, like, this is ridiculous. I'm a grown adult. It's a great kind of like vignette on the whole let's get typecast thing.
Yeah.
Oh, just say I love you.
This is the hole you're in, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up and just stay in your little hole.
And he's like, no, I've done this, I've done it. No. Cunningham. Opie Cunningham.
Opie Cunningham.
I do miss Saturday Night Live in those days. Now that Eddie Murphy didn't have the greatest. He was the best part of those years of
cast.
Saturday Night Live.
He was the draw. Of
He
that
was
cast.
everything of
He had
that
some
cast.
good people in like the second cast, so for Billy Crystal, who would actually had been like one of the people in the background all the way through the first cast since the inception of it, but he finally got his time on the stage. But it's really hard to top the original cast, and it was because it was just such a new concept, and you had such crazy talent that was involved in that first cast.
Oh, the first cast, absolutely. There is a great documentary on Amazon. It's a Stupid, Drugged, and Dead. I'm probably getting that wrong, but it's based on the Lampoons.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's a whole movie about the guy who created
Doug
National
Kenny.
Lampoon. And it kind of his backstory and how it led to that and stuff. But
that's a really great movie. I think that's also possibly on Amazon.
It might be.
I watched that one not long ago, but the documentary is amazing too.
Yeah.
It goes into how a lot of them loved the Lampoons and were part of the Lampoons. They were Second City also, and then went on to. Or Michaels was kind of like, here's money, and they're like, okay, we'll take it.
It was kind of a big collaboration between a lot of the Second City talent and a lot of the improv talent coming out of Chicago. Belushi and Aykroyd and those guys, and then working with the Second City crew, and it was just a really interesting concept they came up with, the stuff they were able to get away with. But it was a late night show, but very.
It really
very
was.
interesting.
It was. Do you think there was such a shift later on as far as what we could get away with?
I think things have loosened up over the years, but that whole thing probably led the way to a good bit of that, with just the cultural shift of people being more like, oh no, let's see what these guys can do, versus like the network censorship. We're like, no, there's no way you're going to be able to do this stuff. But
Sean, what was your experience with Saturday Night Live?
I feel
when
like
you started watching it.
I feel like they've always kind of pushed the envelope, like from the beginning anyway, where it's like, and there's been an ebb and flow where it's like they push and then they have to give up a little bit and then push and then give up a little bit, and it's really kind of affected comedy in general, which makes it the institution that it is, where it's like, oh, well, if they can do this, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
So without Saturday Night Live, you'd think we just wouldn't have like In Living Color or Mad
Absolutely
TV?
not.
No, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely not.
Definitely.
Like,
you'd be watching Lawrence Welk and Dance Fever and Solid Gold and America's Got Talent or some crap like that. You would not.
Like, it made off-the-cuff improv comedy
stuff.
come to the forefront, where it's in your living room at this point.
Definitely.
It's not something you'd have to go seek out. It's something that, you could sit on your couch and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, if it works for them, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot, too. And it just evolved from there, and it changed comedy, or it changed the landscape of comedy, really.
Right.
And entertainment, especially at home entertainment.
It also changed a lot with the movies that were coming out, too, because when you started looking at it, then Lampoons was Animal House.
Yeah.
But from Animal House came
Vacation.
It came that was the John Hughes era.
The John Hughes teen movie stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had like 1941, which isn't a great movie, but it's also like Belushi's in it and stuff, and it's not as over the top as Animal House, but it does have a lot of the same elements.
No, it does, and
But also,
Animal House being
it gave the opportunity for like Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, like these guys that cut their teeth. That, you know, without SNL, we wouldn't have had Ghostbusters.
No. That's where it came from. Those guys, like, you know, sat down and wrote it.
Yeah, because they were
Belushi
together.
was supposed to be in it, but
he was
dead at that point.
He was Bill Murray's, I believe. Bill Murray took his
it was Bill Murray's.
role on
We hadn't
that
had
one.
Stripes. We hadn't had
Stripes, Caddyshack.
Yep.
And a lot of those people came also from Second City because that was the Canadian version of.
It was kind of composite.
So it was, Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy.
Like John Candy.
Yeah.
You know.
That's also another incredible documentary is the John Candy one on Amazon. That I didn't know as much
I've yet
about
to watch
him.
it, but I mean, I'm a huge John Candy fan. Love him. It's fantastic.
There's one part of it, if you've ever seen Splash,
Oh, yeah.
with Tom Hanks and he's so hungover playing racquetball with Tom Hanks because he went out partying the night before with Robin Williams and Jack Nicholson.
Nice.
And the ball actually does hit him
in the
head, and he falls down. He is massively hungover, but he showed up to work.
Yep.
This is what we do.
And I do have to say real quick, you might have you ever held a racquetball?
I played racquetball. I did it once, and I got scared shitless.
We're heavy.
Yeah.
Like they carry some weight. Like that hurt a lot,
dude. When I was in high school, I had a little weekend gig.
And honestly, at that point in history, I wouldn't be surprised if John Candy was actually hungover.
Oh, he was. Yeah, there are numerous stories of how hungry he was.
I had a weekend gig when I was in high school working at the gym on a Navy base, and me and the other dude, when we would, at the end of the day, we'd shut the gym down and clean it up.
Right.
We had this own game that we'd play. We'd go into one of the racquetball courts. We were each armed with a racket and the ball, so both of us ready. Turn the lights out, slam the ball, and we're just in there waiting to see one of us gets hit, and then you're out. Pitch black dark.
Was fine.
It's pitch black dark. You have no idea where this ball's coming. The smart move was to turn your back to the wall and hope you didn't catch a ricochet off the glass wall in the front.
Screw you guys with your damn phones. We had fun in dodgeball. I always see these videos or memes or something, the clips on Facebook. It's like I can still smell the dodgeball ball.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I recognize that smell anywhere.
I can feel the
I hear
imprint
the
on my
sound.
face.
I hear the sound in my
of it
nightmares.
ringing. You hear it ring when it slammed into your face, and just like we'd play with them like not probably 2/3 way inflated, so you could grab them and fling them. They'd curve, and when they hit you, they just wrapped around and took your head with them. They didn't ricochet off. They just tried to take you with them.
That seems hardly fair.
Oh, dude, this is like when it was raining, and I was in PE in high school. The coach had this game called Murder Ball. And we played on the basketball court, and you would put 3 bowling pins at the top of the key, so one at each corner and one in the center of the free throw line on each end of the court. There was 5 balls arranged mid-court. One side of the class is on one baseline, the other's on the other. He'd blow the whistle, you run, try to get the ball, and it's dodgeball rules other than if once the 3 pins are knocked down, your team's out anyway. So it was like you're defending your pins, so sometimes you got to take a sacrifice to save a pin, lose a player. But, yeah, and most of the balls, there'd be 1 or 2 that's fully inflated. Most of them, like I said, just wrap around your head and about take it off. Mm-hmm. And then whoever lost had to run up and down the bleachers and shit.
So we're going back, Lambda Party. That's one of my other ones where they...
Wait a minute.
One of the guys puts on Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Like,
yeah, in the frat house. And you... was it Eugene? Who was the leader of the president of the national president? Was it Eugene? Something like that. He was there, and he was just like the look on his face when they started that shit. Like, these fuckers.
And it's so boring, but then they bring out the party joints, would look like goddamn tampons. Like,
I believe that was Booker.
Hey, party joints, like...
We got to liven this party up.
That's a Tampax, baby.
Some party favors.
And the guy's like, this is some good shit. And it's off the chain at that point. We are the champions at the end. That is a really great scene. A lot of the speech that Robert Carradine and Anthony Edwards did was improvised, so it does sound a little awkward. But it really worked. It sounded like they were
It was like a spur-of-the-moment thing, not like it's rehearsed. Mm-hmm. So it was like they would have really happened if it went down like that.
So one of the things they cut out, which was, I get it because it doesn't work, but I like to know it, is that Ted McGinley's Stan was actually wanted to be a nerd. There's a scene that is a deleted scene of him going back in the middle of one of the Alpha Beta parties and putting on glasses and reading a textbook. And somebody bangs on his door, like, come back to the party. And he, like, just has this look on his face, like, takes his glasses off, puts it away, hides it, and then goes back. And then at the end, when it looks like he's sad that he lost the carnival and, you know, the standing of the best. Mm. It's not that he's sad that he lost it. It's sad that he's not part of them. I'm like, that's a very in-depth story. And in the 80s, we didn't do long movies, thank God, because they're too fucking long now anyways. So we condensed them in, like, an hour and a half. Like, I think an hour and a half was even unheard of. Little good one on this one is that Larry B. Scott, that played Lamar, actually showed up to his audition in character as Lamar with glitter in his hair. According to him, the casting directors couldn't stop laughing.
Hey, got him the role.
I've never done acting, but I think that, you got to show up.
You got to do something to sell it.
That does it. Wormser was the youngest one out of it, probably about 14 years old when he did it, and they said that the other actors were very, very protective of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously also, 80s were a little bit more free as you go. Like, we had to have commercials that asked our parents, do you know where your child is? By numerous celebrities. Even I think Andy Warhol was on it. I'm like, really? You're asking where the children are?
Yeah, because he wanted to know.
That's possible.
Can I get a second?
I want to put your child on the soup can.
All right, stop 1 sec.
Yeah.
You all right?
I gotta pee.
Oh.
Sorry. Hey, I'm getting a bunch of beer.
All right. Piss break.
Back in 3, 2, 1. All right, so we finished up that little bit of trivia. Got a couple more, but we are going to welcome the beautiful Cameron.
Thank you, Cam.
Cambot.
Thank you very much. Please come see her at the Ice House in
She's
Somerville.
currently on leave from the Coast Guard.
She is amazing, gorgeous. We love her so much.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
Excellent job. Yes, Socrates.
Beers are cold and frequent.
No, she really is. You guys will never get the better service over here than you do at the Ice House. Okay, finishing up with a little bit of trivia on that one. James Cromwell, who actually has had I was shocked to actually see him just as much I am in as far as John Goodman, James Cromwell doing.
The guy that discovered Warp Drive. Yeah, I know. I saw
doing Revenge of the Nerds. But
also the farmer from Babe.
He's Lewis's father, which, by the way, speaking of parents in that one, there's this very strange scene in the beginning of Revenge of the Nerds that I noticed today. I've noticed it before, but I really, really paid attention to it today when Lewis goes to pick up Gilbert. Gilbert's in bed, and Gilbert's mom's standing there, and Lewis walks in and gives her a hug, but then he starts rubbing her arms like this, and she's got her hands on his waist, and it's
a little creepy.
It's a little.
That's because nerds only think about sex.
I mean, we weren't even thinking the MILF thing at that point. But this was...
Yeah, that's just one of those things where it's there, but it doesn't really register. But then if you think about, was the
what are you doing, step nerd?
It was...
Like the moonwalk space scene with him and Betty.
Yeah.
And she's like, are all nerds as good as sexy? I was like, well, that's all we do is think about it because we can't ever get it. So, yeah.
So that was the problematic scene that makes this movie a little bit not as a... popular one because people were
non-consensual.
I mean,
yeah, she thought it was Stan.
She did. He took the mask. He made it. I mean, he obviously wasn't, but then
it was the 80s. It was a different time.
But as far as that goes, you see that with a lot of different 80s movies and people going back going, we had that cancel culture thing. That
we do now, but
do
back
you
then
think not at all then? I mean, my God.
I mean, how they're canceling.
We're getting ready to go with another one.
They're canceling Sleeping Beauty now. It's like, you do realize she'll sleep forever if he doesn't kiss her without asking her for permission because she's in a fucking coma, right? Like, no, do not administer the drugs to bring her out of this coma because she didn't tell you could before she went into
That'd
this
be a very
coma.
short movie. You're not wrong.
But I'm just saying, it's like she's in a coma.
I can't do it. Sorry.
She's in a coma. The doctor wants to administer the drugs to release her from the coma, but oh shit, my bad. Before you went into this coma, you didn't give us any direction, so your ass is just going to be here forever. Have a nice time.
Have your wills updated.
I mean, it could be either a very short movie or an extremely long one because it's the never-ending story.
You see that we can't really name a great comedy that has come out within the last almost 15 years. One of the last great comedies, I think, was Hangover.
Well, I mean, comedy is always at somebody's expense. I don't give a shit.
If you're talking about something that was like a really good
laughed at
box office success that was actually legitimately funny, I'm going to go with it. I agree with that.
Any of the Hangover movies are hilarious.
I've seen plenty of...
Oh, we're going to go with Hangover 3 as being hilarious?
Well, I mean, at that point, they'd kind of played it out, but it was still... It's still enjoyable.
I feel like that's an entire whole other episode.
What the hell? But, I mean, think about most movie franchises. By the time, sometimes the sequel will be almost as good or arguably better, but generally it's like making a copy from a copy. It degrades as it goes over. If you were to take a copy, make a copy, and then you make a copy from that copy, it's watering it down. You can only go back to the well so many times unless you completely twist the storyline and make it something completely different. But then, is it really part of the franchise if you completely? Look at the Fast and Furious garbage. I mean, they're laughable from the beginning, but they got more and more ridiculous as they went. They got a Honda Civic with 16 gears in it. He's got more gears than a tractor trailer.
See, I think you're looking at it the wrong way.
Well, I'm a gearhead, so I look at I look at the ridiculousness of but never mind, never forget Hector's got blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
so I'm at the
spoon
shop,
motor, yeah.
Or like Road Warrior, where you can turn the blower on and off. I'm sorry, that doesn't happen.
That's not how that works. But when I see the Fast and Furious franchise, I have seen every film in that series, which I am definitely not that demographic. But they get progressively more ridiculous. And I am a fan
it's like Triple
of
X.
Terrible cinema.
And
that's what it is. It's bad. It's just a bad popcorn movie.
Oh, yeah.
They launched a fucking Fiero into space.
Yes. Obviously. I mean...
Of all the cars to pick to launch in...
It's because it was light.
At least... yeah.
And arguably aerodynamic.
Fair enough. Aerodynamic, light,
The sound system in the Honda Civic would not allow it to get into orbit. The speakers are way too heavy with the amps.
Yeah, those tens in the boxes in the back make it vibrate.
It throws off the aerodynamics. It's tail heavy. It just doesn't fly as well.
You're talking about a low orbit pass. You're not actually getting into space.
You're suborbit, the SpaceX type shit.
Yeah.
But the polymer body of the Fiero is better for going through the atmosphere.
And it is wedge shaped. I mean,
Well, at least they put some thought into it.
No, they didn't.
I'm trying here.
It's kind of like when they did the sequel to Triple X.
Don't advocate for them. They knew what they did.
Jesus.
That's like when they did the sequel to Triple X, and they had to get Ving Rhames in there because they only had a $7 million budget for special effects. So either we can have some really badass special effects, or we can make Vin Diesel look straight.
They also tried that with different movies, like with the franchises. I think they actually tried that with this one, and then the next movie we're going to talk about, because they had 3 more fuckers that came out after this. Mm-hmm. And it's just so bad. So, real quick, Lambda actually became a real fraternity in 2004.
I read that this morning.
I didn't know that they were prior to that.
Founded at the University of Connecticut.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. I thought, obviously licensing, they probably couldn't use a real fraternities thing, but had no idea it wasn't a real frat.
I mean,
I didn't either.
I mean, you would think Alpha Beta probably is one, but apparently not.
I'll have to do the research on that. We'll actually look at that.
I have no idea.
So the last one is Robert Carradine, who played Lewis, says that Anthony Edwards and Anthony Edwards Gilbert largely improvised their speech, and then said that one they also tested the effectiveness of their nerd makeup and wardrobes. They attended a college rush week when real fraternities were reviewing prospective pledges.
Nice.
Oh, man.
The fraternity...
I got to hear more about this.
That is epic. I'm going to have to look into that.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine the reaction they got from people like, we're not even going to talk to these 2 clowns.
The fraternity leader of the first house took one look at them and said, no way.
That's awesome.
No way.
Going back to, what's the dude's name? Irish dude. Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah. Oh, you think your method?
That's a method.
I went to I was going to say, that's real method
rush.
there. Yeah.
Well, also,
I rushed as a giant nerd.
Robert Carradine went to a college.
Yeah.
They were like, go fuck yourself.
Fuck out of here.
Robert Carradine actually went to college in that outfit before that, too, and didn't leave his room for 3 days. He's like, I'm going to be dead.
Yeah.
So... that would be the end of Revenge of the Nerds. We all, know the different little problematic things, but I hate to dwell on problematic things with movies like this just because It was a fucking 80s, guys.
I mean,
We had we had commercials
I'm
that
Gen
were
X. We
saying,
just don't
"I'm Gen
care."
X."
Yeah, it was a product of its time.
Yeah.
well, I mean, you have to look at something in the era that it was produced and how it fit in or didn't fit into the norms of its time.
At the same point, I mean, you're talking about something being a product of its time. You look at some of the old Looney Tunes cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Bugs Bunny,
Well, they
Daffy Duck.
canceled-
They're
they
not
like-
quite as beloved as
you
the
know,
Disney characters, just
like-
because
like
Disney's
Pepe-
money, whatever. But
Yeah. Like Yosemite Sam, Pepe Le Pew canceled. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't think that you can.
Cam's
paint,
back. You let her on camera once, she comes right back. Look at that.
You can't paint people from the past or movies from the past.
Thank you, dear.
With
Appreciate it.
the brush of what is contemporary now. You have to look at them in the context of the time that they were produced or the time that they lived in. It's like that would be like looking back at people who lived in 1200 and saying, "Oh, they're fucking morons because the world was flat." Some of them probably were morons. Hell, we got a lot of morons running around today, but some of them were the greatest minds that ever lived. But that was their experience, and that's the world they lived in, and it's just what it was.
Well, even to piggyback off of that, we went to St. Augustine about a month ago and visited the Torture Museum.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you've never been, drink before you go.
It's torturous.
But it was
really painful.
some of the gnarliest shit I have ever seen. I'm like, and mostly designed to punish women.
Well, yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. So don't open your mouth or your legs in the time
Do they have
that this happened.
Do they have the apple where they put it in your mouth and they turn the screw and it spreads and spreads and spreads and basically breaks your jaw?
I'm pretty sure that was in there, and I'm telling you, there was so much
it
in
looks
there
like
that I was
it's
just like...
not an apple, it's a pear. It's a name for it. I can't think of the name of it right now. But they would.
The Iron
it's made
Maiden
out of
was
cast
there.
iron.
I'm like,
oh, fuck yeah.
Like the rack, it was just craziness. There was if you drank too much, they put you in a barrel with your head.
Yeah.
Or gambled. I'm like,
I look at the Iron
this
Maiden
is some.
thing.
Now I'm gonna give you this. That's some creative fucking
yeah.
shit in that time.
Yeah, I look at
but goddamn scary.
I look at the Iron Maiden thing, and I think maybe that was a cautionary tale because I just don't see that one being practical. Now the other ones, like the rack, and like I said, the
rack was there.
pear where it spreads your mouth open and breaks your jaw, and some of the clamps and stuff they use.
I don't know if we saw that one or not.
Yeah, you can find it on anything like just
No, I'm
like
not Googling
medieval
that
torture
one.
pear, but it's actually like a cast iron pear, and it has 4 sides to it, and it was like a screw thread in. So they stick it in your mouth, close your mouth, and then they strap your jaw shut,
Oh,
and they
Christ.
turn the handle, and it opens it up, like spreads like this, and knocks your teeth out, breaks your jaw, and all that stuff. I can see where that's real, but like the Iron Maiden, where I'm just going to close the thing and there's spikes in it, I don't know. That's low key compared to all the other crazy stuff they did. Like, look at the Spanish Inquisition. I'm like, no, that's an easy way out. I'm just gonna close this thing and get some
get put in a
spikes.
coffin and get stabbed by 80 spikes
I
on
can-
either side. That's low key. But you put
Yeah.
the thing in the mouth and you put the crank on it.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
There was
that
some
makes sense.
wild
I'm not saying
shit.
handle it. I'm saying I can see where that's a practical torture application. Whereas the Iron Maiden, I'm just going to close it and I'm not really torturing you. You're just dead. That's not how this shit works. We want to inflict pain.
Well, shout out to St. Augustine
In that regard, you're right.
Torture
Like
Museum
it's
It's too fast.
on George Street.
That's like I'm
like the
just
Iron
gonna,
Maiden that sounds like some Mortal Kombat shit. It's like
Yeah.
dun 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 dun,
I think
slam.
I think that was one of those things that was constructed just to scare the crap out of
Finish
people.
him.
Like, hey, don't you fuck up. We're going to put you in the Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm not fucking up. But I mean, think.
like, here, put this pear in your mouth
they used
and
to
if you
put these
keep
people,
talking.
like, and they band them up where the bands were made to fit you, and they just hang you up in this cage, and you slowly starve to death hanging on the street and shit. Like, that's what they did. It was
I don't know. I
brutal
still
and
think
ugly.
I still think the worst
drawn
one,
and quartered.
If you, the brass bull.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where you put the fire underneath
yeah.
it. Oh,
I mean-
that
I
was
mean,
in the
yeah.
first or
That was
second
like-
room, and I'm like, I
That
already
was
heard
like
about that
your,
one.
like over in like Greece and Turkey and that part of the world.
Yeah,
where they would do
like
that
back-
stuff, like,
back in antiquity.
slowly steam you to death inside of this thing. They had
Yeah.
all kind of crazy shit back in that era.
There was
The
another
medieval
one where they
shit
like
was-
smear you with
yeah.
honey and stick you
Yeah.
in a thing,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
ants and shit.
They were creative. They didn't
Whatever.
have TV. They were that was the mind working.
Well, they had a lot of free time on their hands because they're not like like
There's nothing else
surfing the
going on.
web or podcast or this or that or whatever. They're just
And
like,
we're
the
gonna-
podcast has saved humanity.
There's got to be a more painful way we can kill a guy. We've got this, and this, but it's a game of one-upmanship.
Well, there's painful sequels that we show people.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you
All right,
go.
we're gonna move on to a little shot before we do the next movie. Here we go.
Dun, dun,
Kyle, you're gonna have this
dun.
one. Here we go. All right.
Cilantro.
All right, everybody, welcome.
That was very tart.
That was a little tart. Thanks for the green tea.
Had a little mint in there. It's like.
It does taste like mint.
Coming off the rum and
Christ.
Sprite, it was very tart.
All right, so we're going to move on to our second movie, which is Porky's. Released in 1981, and this is the IMDb description of it, which I kind of don't agree with. In 1954, a group of Florida high school guys vow revenge after being harassed by a sleazy nightclub owner and his redneck sheriff brother.
I would say they got scammed and then started a vendetta themselves.
They weren't harassed. They
got scammed and then it became a
my blonde
tit
guy
for
kept
tat.
going back.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
Porky stole them boys' money.
Yeah.
and,
That's what he
and
did.
humiliated the shit out of them.
And then dumped them in the
Dumped
bog.
them in the bayou or
Yeah, dumped
whatever you
them-
want to.
yeah.
Well, it's Florida, so I guess it's just the bay.
And then dumped them in the Everglades.
it's Angel Beach.
Like,
So this one had 2 sequels. And then we're going to get to the next one. Porky's the Next Day. I did see that one. That's not terrible.
I don't know. I
That's
saw
not great.
Porky's 1, Porky's 2, and I think Porky's 3.
And then Porky's Revenge is the third one. But there is
Okay,
a
that's the third one.
2009
Yep.
version of Porky's
No.
called Pimpin' Pee-wee.
And as much as I enjoyed that whole thing,
I'm
I'm going to have to say why.
good.
I feel like a 2009 version.
2009
I mean, that's a reach.
version.
You come back 40 years
From
later, 30 years
1981.
later.
And then they were quickly
Well,
released
almost
after
40.
that to, like, you know,
Well, a lot of that shit goes
Within a couple
straight
years.
to fucking DVD type shit.
I
Like
don't.
American
You can't
Pie
even
did.
find this one.
You know, there's
all.
probably a reason why.
Like there is, I would venture to guess. I don't even think it's on Plex or any pirating thing. There is no way to find this. It is buried with every other piece of garbage. It has a 3.8 rating on IMDb, which
I think
I've
it's
seen
probably-
lower.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
generous. I think it's probably generous.
I have
mean,
voluntarily watched
mean-
movies that had lower
dude,
ratings.
I love the shitty
This
movies.
is,
I love the shitty movies from Comet, like Sharknado and Terracuda versus Sharktopus.
See, those are, like,
and
cult
they're
classics,
They're
though.
so bad they're good. It's like Lavalantula.
So, are you
know?
saying that you want to bring Pimpin' Pee-wee into a cult classic?
I don't know.
Do you think we can do that movement?
I would have to.
I feel
see
like it
it
hasn't
to-
had its day in the sun.
I would
yet.
have to
I don't
see
think
it
so
what it
either.
is,
But
but
if we could fucking find
I'm
it.
thinking the Pimpin' Pee-wee is probably going to go along the lines of the later, Tremors movies. So like, you had the first one, it was okay, and then you had the second one, which was like, and then after that, it was
It's
like
just
straight to DVD.
downhill from
I've
there.
only
More and more
seen
ridiculous.
Tremors 6. Do I need to watch the first 5 to understand what's going on?
Tremors, the first Tremors is the only one
know,
worth watching.
you need
It was
to
like
get the character-
Kevin
You're
Bacon.
kidding, I know
you
that.
are, but
I
I'm
saw the
saying-
first Tremors.
But it was
I'm sorry.
But
I liked it.
as you watch, like, all right, obviously Kevin Bacon didn't do the next one because he didn't need to, and then you have like, the survivalist and his wife and like one or two other people, and then the next movie it's just that one dude through the rest of them. He's the only cast character
Which-
that kept coming back to the well.
Fun
because
fact-
why? He needed the money.
Fun fact: Dad from Family Ties. Same actor.
No shit, I did not
Yeah.
realize that.
It's the dad from Family Ties.
What the hell was
Oh, what,
his name in
Tremors?
that shit? Fred?
Yeah.
Some shit like
Oh.
that.
The survivalist dude? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, damn.
Was it Fred? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name
now.
either, but he was the dad from
Hit
Family
it.
Ties. Yeah.
You look at Paycheck, different movies that you see an actor and they're like, oh god, they want to buy that cabin in Montana so bad.
Something, or got a lot of child
So-
support, and big drug habits,
And all of a sudden, I would say De Niro doing Rocky
Yeah.
and Bullwinkle is like,
I mean,
I
yeah,
gotta,
it's like-
the
Like,
perfect
who-
example is Michael
who
Caine
did
in
you owe
Jaws,
money
what,
to?
3 or 4?
4. Yeah, that
Where
was
he says, I've never
that's a
seen the movie. I
chalet.
heard it was terrible,
Yeah.
but I've seen the house that it bought.
Yeah, that's a chalet in France.
Yeah, this is true.
It's you look at all these different sequels. Probably a lot of them were. I don't even know if you did contract them at that time. I think with the Hangover guys, we did talk about that. They may have been contract. That money,
Well,
that
that was-
movie made so much damn money. They thought that the sequels would work, but no.
Well, that was Todd Phillips all the way through, too.
Yeah, and he banked off that. He
And then
took-
followed it with the
points.
Joker,
Yeah.
which he made bank on, and then Joker 2, which was...
I haven't even seen it because I can't. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not.
So Porky's was actually, I loved this, written and directed by Bob Clark. Bob Clark went on to also
Sell carpet.
I thought
Direct.
I thought he was Dick Clark's
And-
lesser-known brother.
I believe, wrote A Christmas Story.
No shit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
2 years later,
That's
had
a
numerous
broad
actors.
spectrum.
Oh,
It's
it
a big
really
jump.
is.
Big jump.
That's a really big
It
jump.
is. So
And yet there's no
Well,
nudity.
got that out of my system. Let me do a heartfelt Christmas
And
film.
somehow
The
there's
only
no
reason-
nudity all in Christmas Story.
no.
I just don't
There
know.
is a porn star,
wait,
but
does
there
a
is no
leg count?
nudity.
There's a leg. There's a
There-
leg.
there's a
I
leg.
mean, I guess arguably we could say that's
No.
Like
Was,
an allude-
was it wearing fishnets? I can't remember.
It was.
Oh, it has
wearing-
fishnets,
It was
yeah.
like a
All
short
right,
skirt
so-
of fishnets, so maybe that's
So no
kinda,
nudity.
it's
Yeah,
a major
you're right.
award. Maybe
You know, if you look at the movie Porky's Cherry Forever has the
oh yeah,
the
yeah,
fishnets
same kind
with
of,
the, and that is, oh my God, I just made a correlation.
You may be right. 'Cause
Just connected that.
It's definitely not the shower scene with the penis and the mole on it.
We're gonna get to them.
That would have been a much weirder lamp.
I have a lineup.
So actually,
You
he
pulled
the only
penis to light
reason
the lamp.
the only reason he
You
was
got to pull the
allowed
shade. Click, click.
No, you
click,
pulled the
click.
penis. You pulled the penis to turn the lamp on.
the only reason he was allowed to do A Christmas Story with the studio is if he made Porky's 2.
Well, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yes, but
Greater good and all.
I think the studio went back and went, we should have just given him the money for a fucking Christmas Story because Porky's 2 is.
I think they still made money on Porky's 2. I mean, it was like that was the Porky's was the
that
template.
was his Matrix Resurrection.
Porky's was a template for all the teen movies of the 80s of that ilk with the the gratuitous nudity and everything that all of us teenage boys wanted to see. So it worked. In my opinion, I'm gonna say it's a terrible movie, absolutely, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because, it's fun.
So a lot of the cast, I went back to their IMDb, and thank you IMDb for being so wonderful. The cast really didn't do a
No, I
lot
don't think
after
many of
that
them did
at
much of
all,
anything.
except for Baby Genius they came back for, which I think has a. What did I
'Cause
see?
I know the chick that
it was
played-
pretty bad.
Yeah, the chick
Baby
that played-
Genius was directed by Bob Clark, and
Yeah.
a lot of them came back. I'm like, that's the only thing that I can see
Yeah.
because I remember Baby Genius being like one of the most hated movies, other than North by the late great Robert Reiner.
I
But the
could've
only
s-
one that really did well was Kim Cattrall.
Right. It was
I
like
could have
the-
sworn that the guy that played Pee Wee was the guy that played Squeak in basketball.
I think I did.
Maybe.
Maybe it was his
Possibly.
kid.
I
I
think
don't
I've
know.
seen him in something else, but the chick that played
they're
Wendy,
not,
I
like-
think she did those 3, and then she just said,
Yeah,
"Fuck
they're not
acting, I'm gonna go
prominent
be a
roles at
mom."
all. They've all done like bit pieces, and if you
Yeah.
look at like
I
the
think
ratings
some
on
of them
them,
really didn't do anything at all. Period.
No.
After that, they just like, I'm done. Acting's not for me. Whatever. But like I said, I want to say that the girl that played Wendy, I'm pretty sure when she finished doing the Porky shit, she was like, I'm done. And just decided she's going to get married and just
I mean, to
have
be
a
fair for
family
that
type
cast,
thing.
it's like if you appear in
she goes to the PTA meeting. She's like, "Guess who
Yeah.
I was?"
if you appear in Porky's,
Well,
as
I
your
mean-
first
Or the
film-
dad's like,
She's actually one of the ones that wasn't like doing like all the nudity, like the shower scene girls.
she
it's like-
was barely nude. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I think maybe topless if she was topless. I really don't remember. But she was supposed to be the huge slut of the school, but ironically, she's not the one that's like being seen naked everywhere through the movie.
Well, the best part about her role too was, well, I mean, one, she was a fucking firecracker, but the other one was the phone call to the diner.
Oh.
I'm looking for my brother, Michael Hunt.
Has
Because my
anybody
mic-
seen
Mike
Mike?
Hunt? Is Mike Hunt
Hunt?
outside?
Has anybody seen Mike Hunt?
Oh, God damn it! God
Have you
damn
seen
it.
Mike Hunt? Yeah, everybody here has.
It's like,
It's Mike
damn
Hunt.
it!
Mike Hunt.
Damn it, Pee Wee!
I was probably way too young to
Thus
see this
inspiring an
movie.
entire generation.
It
Oh,
really
yeah. I mean,
did.
that inspired fucking Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And I don't think this movie
It's
would have
like-
been made if it hadn't been for Animal House either.
Stupid asso.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
This is like watching it. Like, and I watched it this morning. Like we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely Animal House turned to 11.
Yes.
That's what it is, and it's like.
But it's also American Graffiti a little bit.
yeah.
Because
You
you
know
got the 50s aspect of it. You've got the,
Right.
They're going
greaser
to the
guy,
drive-in,
you got, you know,
and,
the horny guy.
100%.
absolutely.
I mean, hell, Pee-wee's even almost dressed in Richard Dreyfuss's clothes
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
American Graffiti.
Well,
So the two are kind of like had a illegitimate baby, and that's Porky's.
It's a dirty mishmash of coming of age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then without Porky's, would we have had American Pie?
oh, absolutely not.
No. Not, yeah.
I mean, it laid the template out for that style of movie.
Well, I'll go so far as to say we wouldn't have had Revenge of the Nerds if it wasn't for Porky.
That's a good point, yeah.
I mean, you got Porky's, you got Revenge of the Nerds, American Pie, Old School.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, granted, that was a little bit of a
my
twist.
boy Blue.
I like you, but you're crazy. Yeah.
You got a fucking dart in your neck.
Streaking down the
You got a
street.
fucking dart in your neck, bro.
Streaking down the road. Gets in the car. Oh, see, it's cold.
Do you think KFC's still open?
It's cold out there, huh?
But no, again,
I go with a good sand guy.
it's like I said earlier. It's like, Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds crawl so old school could run. Like it's
Streaking.
yeah, or could streak.
Could
Yeah,
streak.
Could streak. Instead
Come
of run
on,
streak.
everybody.
Snoop a loop.
Running down the street by himself.
Snoop a loop.
According to. Actually, Will Ferrell did run by a class of women working out, and that was their reaction. That was actually real, from what I read. It's half-assed. You could
I swear,
research that if you
at
want
some
to.
point in his career, he had it put in his damn contract where he had to show up in his tidy whities at least once in every movie he does.
It's kind of like Tom Cruise running. He runs in every fucking movie.
It's my thing.
It's Will Ferrell's brown M&M.
Look here, I mean, I'm willing to do.
I have to appear in my underwear
mean,
at some point
I'm not-
during the film. You do
All right,
understand that, right?
Fine. I won't be in my underwear and elf, but you have to let me wear tights the entire time. It's a trade. I'm willing to do it.
Oh, God.
You know what?
For the art.
That makes sense. I'm with this. Like, now, like the Will Ferrell filmography, like he's been in underwear in every single film at some point.
I mean, it may be something
Except
I'm
for
missing,
Elf.
but it seems like.
But
it's
he wore a
like-
skin-tight suit.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's like his thing. It's like
And sang in the shower.
Hitchcock was always like a cameo somewhere, like a shadow and something in Hitchcock stuff. But I'm thinking that's somewhere down in the film catalog. And there's probably some Will Ferrell movies where he hasn't done it, but the vast majority, he's got a tidy whitey scene somewhere.
There's something in the contract, or like a robe. I think there's one movie that's like a robe on the cover, and I'm normally way better at this.
Well, you're thinking of Anchorman, which, I mean...
No, it wasn't Anchorman. It was
well, he was wearing a robe in Anchorman.
like moving out or something. What? No, when his
Oh,
rich mahogany. Like,
Everything Must Go.
yes, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking back at Porky's, pretty much the only prominent one that came out of it was Kim Cattrall. She was 25 when she did this film. She had done a few TV things. Like, it wasn't really like a big career. She did Police Academy after that in 1984.
Ooh, I forgot she was in Police Academy. I knew she was in Mannequin.
Big Trouble in Little China in 1986. Mannequin in 1987. One of my guilty pleasure kind of movies. Like, I think that is the worst fucking movie, but I will always watch it.
It's pretty terrible.
But a sleazy James Spader, I like the good-looking sleazy James Spader versus the one that like puts his hands on his hip and has his hair slicked back and he keeps walking around like this, and it's that kind of no. But I love James Spader in that, and then you also have Andrew McCarthy, but Mannequin's god awful, but one of the classic 80s god awful. It's so bad. And then she had like a few things to do, like Star Trek and a few other things, and then Sex and the City was, I think,
that's her big.
they just looked at Porky's and went, "Oh fuck, let's hire her," because that's almost the same goddamn thing.
You're not far off.
No.
Like,
Sex and the City started in 1998, ran through about 2005. Movie came
Wow,
out
I
in
didn't realize it ran
2006.
that
It
long.
ran a long time.
I knew it'd been around a while.
My year may be a little off on that one, and then they had the two movies that came out. She decided not to do the third one because she hated Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, Sarah Horseface Parker.
And and that's also a problematic show too, because you look back at, we all loved and emulated Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker's character in that, and then you look back on it now,
Right.
almost 20 years later, and go, God, she was toxic as fuck.
right?
Great style, weird style, but toxic. So
To be fair, I was saying that when I was in my 20s and my girlfriend was watching.
most men did. I think my husband Scott also was like, why the fuck do you like this show?
I was saying it was toxic before it was cool.
Well, thanks for coining that one.
No problem.
Okay. So Kim Cattrall actually took the role in the film because she needed the money and was horrified at first to see her name at the top of the poster.
Yeah, I'm horrified. God damn it. My
Oh
name's
no,
getting out
I
there.
got top billing.
Oh,
This is
shit.
terrible.
Maybe,
People
maybe
thought-
there really is a such thing as bad publicity.
People thought it was the end of my career. Afterward, she had trouble getting serious roles. I don't know. She's pretty good in Big Trouble in Little China.
I wouldn't call that a serious. That whole movie. I'm like,
Man, it
I mean,
was
it's
really
right up
good.
there was Escape from New York.
I fucking loved her.
I mean,
John Carpenter.
It's Raiden's breakout role. I mean, he did it before he did Mortal Kombat. I mean, guy with lightning and shit.
Yeah, there you go. True.
So she says, after she gets in trouble getting serious roles because I was sexualized in that way. But you haven't actually seen Kim nude. You've seen the characters I play nude.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
was like,
Whatever helps you sleep at night on your
that sounds like
bed full of money.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there you go. Yeah. Okay.
Listen.
That's.
Hope
right
you're
up there
enjoying
with-
those porky residuals.
do you think there's actually porkers for you?
Apparently
Absolutely
not.
the hell
If
not.
You can only find it on YouTube, but I mean, she needs to get on her agent about that shit.
I watched the
get some
VHS
bank.
rip on YouTube. I know she didn't.
Yeah.
Like, if she made any money, she doesn't deserve it.
She
Let's put it
was-
that way.
So Kim Cattrall was
took the hardest part.
Lassie in this film. Turned on by the boys' locker room.
Well,
Take her out to the boys'
little
locker room.
more
Why?
specific
You'll
than
just
that.
find out. And she gets in the boys' locker
The
room.
jock
she's
straps.
like, yep, and it's. I can see that's a little like. What are we doing? And she just goes, like, just the before O face, like she just is like.
Yeah, my favorite part of
Listen,
that
I was once a 14-year-old kid taking karate with a gym bag that I didn't clean often enough. That is not the smell of romance.
My favorite part of
What's
that
a
is
Lassie?
is the coach down
Apparently
there on
to
the
her,
basketball
like, I mean,
court that sent
everybody's
the
got
other
their
guy
thing. I get it.
up
Cool.
there, and he is dying laughing, has to go behind a little freaking curtain hanging on the wall because he can't keep his shit together. He's laughing so hard when it's going on, and everybody else is looking around like, what is happening? He's over there like, "Rah," and he's got to roll behind the curtain, and he's
Yeah,
almost in convulsions.
That's
that
honestly my favorite part of that scene. It's like one guy's like, no!
He's
He's
just
like,
he's sitting there like having a seizure.
like,
And he's
yes.
like, and he's got to go behind a curtain and just be like,
And he's only back there for like a second and a half, and then he comes right back out. Like,
He's like,
oh, I'm glad you pulled it together, buddy. Like, go run around and be a maniac again.
so aside from that scene is going to be the sketch artist scene.
In the principal's office.
Yeah.
And have a lineup. He's like, and then the judge goes, oh no, we got to put wanted posters up. Have you seen this teleworker last seen hanging out in the girls'
Have
locker
you
room?
seen
And
this
he's in
print?
tears while he's saying it. I can identify it. He was like, let me get this straight. You want me to line up all of the boys and have them take their pants off so that you can examine their teleworker? Yes. He goes, the school board will never go for this.
And then other
I
coaches
everybody's
laughing so
background.
hard.
I can identify that penis. It has a mole on it.
And he's laughing so hard he takes the phone down with. That scene was actually filmed one time. That was it. And I was probably way too young to see this. Shout out to my stepmother, Angie. Thanks. It was actually a great experience. Thank you. I don't know, maybe 11, 12. I was way too young. But it solidified my raunchy humor. I stopped breathing when I saw that scene. I literally stopped breathing. I could not catch breath because I am dying so much of the coaches dying and the principal going, private part. Can we please call it a teleworker? Private part.
Please stop using that term.
I have a suggestion. I get a sketch artist. It never fails to absolutely slay me because that's possibly one of the funniest fucking scenes I've ever seen of any 80s comedy. And I'm a huge Airplane fan, but there is no scene in that slays me like this one, 3-4 minute scene.
It's not quite the bean scene from.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, and I'm talking about when you're that age.
Yeah.
And you see it, and it's like, farts are funny.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, like, and just like I lost my shit. Like you said, like I ran out of breath. I was like, like just whistling. Like it.
Oh, yeah. Talk
Oh,
about
there's-
cancel culture, though. There's no fucking way you can make Blazing Saddles today.
No,
Not at all.
That was one movie we were going to touch, but I knew we would go way too
Also-
fucking long on Easter.
Shout out Happy 100th birthday, Mel Brooks.
Happy 100th,
Nice,
Mel Brooks.
nice.
Spaceballs
Cheers to
2
you,
should be
sir.
out
Yeah.
soon
Spaceballs
as well.
2.
Comic
Yep.
genius.
Cannot wait for that one. So the best scenes on that, I'm going to go with, other than, we've already touched on Lassie and Please Sign Up, is going to be the Everglade Orgy. Where this movie moves quick. I love that about 80s movies is that we are not dicking around with who is this character.
It was better than the one in It, I can tell you that.
Yeah, okay. Therapy aside.
Oh, Lord.
Therapy aside. This would, I know that has gotten a little bit of a controversy, like a controversial, conversation behind it, but God, it's fucking funny. So they bring in this lovely gentleman to scare the shit out of these naked boys that are waiting to
Running down the road.
sleep with
Cherry
this hooker,
Divine.
Cherry Forever.
Oh, Cherry Forever, yeah.
Yep.
And her best line is she looks at Pee-wee and she's like, we're going to need to strap a board around his ass or he's going to fall in.
Yeah. So after she's walking down, we're all standing naked. Oh, we're going
What
to
do
strap
you
a
use
board
for
on
a
his
jock
ass.
strap at peanut shells? Like,
Yeah.
he's
He's like,
just
what?
primed.
No.
Oh, my, he has a medical condition.
I think that boy really is deformed.
We call him meat.
She said that, she's slapping him. So I did love this one so much. But it was one of the best 80s movies I ever saw. And I probably really was too young to see it. But fuck it. I'm funny now. I try to be.
The thing that blows my mind, if you don't mind me throwing it out there,
No go.
it was the 5th highest grossing movie in 1982.
It absolutely was.
And that blows my mind because it's like there were some heavy hitters in 82, man.
So in 82, it was the top movie in the USA for 8 weeks and second only to the 16 weeks that Steven Spielberg's E.T. held number 1. So you're going to see E.T. with your family and then send them home to go watch Porky's.
Yeah.
We knew how to make things then.
Ouch.
And the critics absolutely hated this movie. It is on
Rotten Tomatoes.
Ebert.
Oh, Ebert.
It's his list
yeah.
of top hated movies. Now, I don't think he's
I
ever
brought a
hated
list. Check this
anything
out.
as much as North, but he hates this movie. So, according to 80s Rewind website, the studio did not want to make
No,
a
it's just
Christmas
a
story
screenshot.
because
No, I was
I
just
just want to
sad
that.
to see, but-
Cut that.
Yeah. Well, 9 and 10 don't need to be on there. They
So-
sucked.
For many years, actually, Howard Stern was trying really, really hard to remake this movie.
Oh, no shit.
And I think that was more like
That
late
tracks.
80s, like late 90s, early 2000s.
That
I
tracks.
remember him talking about wanting so badly because I think at that point he'd already made Private Parts. He did. He was starting out with Son of the Beach, and then
He'd already written his second book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he really, really wanted a Porky's remake.
Yeah, I was a Stern guy back in the day. I remember him talking about that.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to, revitalize the franchise apparently. And
I don't think he would do that today. I've listened to Stern a little bit more lately. He's
much more subdued. these
yeah.
days.
Well, you get older and that happens. But I think he will.
What is he, 85 now?
Yeah, he's got to be in his fucking late 70s anyway. I don't know how old
Please don't
he
tear
is.
me apart, Howard. I love you. If you happen to see this.
He went very actually political, which he never should have done, and he did that for a few years. I think he lost a lot of his fan base. I was one of them. I don't want my politics mixed with my comedy, which is a huge thing that I feel like that has happened a lot lately.
Agreed.
And hence why I'm doing this now is to let's all kind of just take a step back. We got enough shit to deal with. Let's deal with the funny. So, yeah, he did try to do that. And then the biggest thing also was the film was controversial for showing an erect penis penetrating a pee hole in a tiled wall in a girl's locker room. So,
Well, I guess you've just never been to a truck stop on a Friday. I don't know what to tell you.
I've never heard of a glory hole.
and according to
theme park.
there's something about Mary. I was listening to another podcast. They covered that, and that's one of my other favorite movies that I actually stopped breathing in and fell off of the seats in the theater. Was There's Something About Mary, but one of the best lines was the truck stops, and they're like, that's the bathhouses of the 90s for many, many, many gay men.
Nice.
We'll delve into that later.
Yeah, the whole Beulah Ballbrook when she grabs hold of his dick, starts trying to jerk Tommy through the wall, and she's got her foot up on the fucking tiles, pulling on it with both hands.
But she knows that the mole is there, so she can get the sketch artist
She was trying to pull him through that goddamn wall. He was like, you're like, oh yeah, oh god, and everybody else runs out and leaves him in there. She was like tug of war pulling it, got her foot on the fucking wall. I was like, Jesus Christ.
So we're looking back at movies that we love and we remember so fondly, like as far as childhood and as far as comedy, and we've even seen more like not as in childhood, in our 20s, 30s, 40s. What would you like to see come back? Because we're not there yet, but I feel like we're kind of looking. We're trying. I
mean, everything's cyclical. Things come back.
Yeah. And especially with Hollywood, there's nothing new under the sun. They just keep reinventing and redoing. They'll take a blockbuster and redo it. I'm like, no. Don't take a blockbuster and redo it. Anybody do that. Take a shitty movie and try to make it a good movie. That's what you should be doing. Nobody wants to see yet another boot of Ocean's 11. It's been done fucking 60-some years. That franchise
Margot Robbie's
has been
actually
around
getting ready to
off
do
and
another one.
on. And they just keep, let's just go back to it. I'm like, what are you doing? Go find a movie that flopped and, some really shitty late 50s sci-fi flick with the CGI you got now and make it a cool movie.
What do you think about A24 as far as a movie studio?
I'm not familiar with them.
So A24 had Hereditary.
They're great.
The drama.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, it's they're a little more. We don't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah.
Hereditary.
Right.
Probably one of my favorite movies. And then what was the other one with the Swedish one?
Oh, shit.
I know.
It's around the tip of my tongue.
Midsummer.
Yeah, that's
so I'm in trouble with friends of mine because I suggested Midsummer, and they still hate me to this day.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I thought it was really good. But I love the fact that we do have studios that are a little bit more, at that time, were independent. I don't know what they're backed by now. They're doing more things that aren't the remakes, I love me some Marvel movies, but I think Disney also killed Star Wars. It's saturated.
We can sit and talk 2 more hours about that.
Yeah, that's the next podcast.
Correct.
But oversaturated as far as originality, I love that what A24 is coming out with. So,
can we cut for a sec? Sorry.
We're getting ready to be done.
Sorry.
Are you done?
Beer.
I'm getting ready to cut it. We're getting ready to be done.
No, we're almost done.
Okay.
Oh, look at you crazy bastard.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I gotta pee too. Crazy.
I'm not a monkey.
No,
you can't just make me dance.
I'm getting ready to wrap it.
This segment brought to you by Sean's Piss Pitcher. Hold on.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. So looking back at different movies, I really don't want to see any more remakes. I think we're good. I would love to see originality come back, especially the comedy. I love Judd Apatow as far as his comedies went. They're too fucking long. So much that he can make 2 or 3 different movies out of his edits. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is say thank you so much, you guys, because I had the most fun on this one.
Oh, yeah.
One, we were talking about stuff that I don't remember people and I don't remember faces, but I remember movies. And I remember, kind of, don't quote me on that because I did kind of forget a few things. It's Lopan, by the way, in Big Trouble in Little China.
I hear you, Chelsea.
So anyways.
Womp, womp, womp.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little cheers here real quick, but not hitting my fucking microphone. Thank you so much to Kyle and Sean for coming out. We are going to be back in July with some more comedians, including Big Kennedy from Snackin' and Yakkin'. I am so excited for this one. We're going to be at Rebel Tequilery for that one. And please like and subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. Leave me 5 stars. If not, don't review me because it'll hurt my feelings. All right. Thank you so much. See you guys.